Hey, what's up, everyone? Looking at the Sunday slate, we have a 4-game slate for today. Also, yesterday we hit 5,000 followers on Twitter, so I'm doing a giveaway. I tweeted out this morning, so if you want to be eligible, all you have to do is retweet and then check back tomorrow at noon to see if you won. So, some 3 prizes there. You can pick whatever you want if you do win. But let's get into this slate. You can drop a like down below, subscribe if you have not already. Yesterday, the Pirtle injury was, he didn't kill you in cash because he was so popular, but it was just annoying that another player getting hurt right in the beginning of the game, which happened quite a bit recently with Brunson, like last week, and then had another player, I'm pretty sure. And also Reddish got hurt, but we cashed in on some double ups on Draftkings, but Fanduel missed. So if you got a day yesterday, a day pass, you'll get to access for today as well for this 4-game slate. Starting off here at point guard, out of these 4 games, the marquee game is obviously Los Angeles and New Orleans. That's the best game, followed by probably Washington and Golden State. In terms of the injuries on Golden State, that might be going to dictate that. And then I would say the Detroit-Sacramento game is probably third, and then the last game is probably Toronto going into Denver. That's assuming Toronto's fully healthy. If they're missing Ibaka and or Van Fleet, then that opens up the team. But if they're all healthy, I'm not going to have much interest in them heading into Denver. The guy that I like a lot at point guard today, I think at the top, LeBron is definitely in play at 10-9. I'd say Brandon Ingram is somehow point guard eligible, even though he plays with 2 point guards in Drew Holiday and Lonzo Ball. So that is pretty nice for DraftKings to give you that eligibility. But definitely Brandon Ingram looks great. I think Derrick Rose looks fine at 6,600. And then Jordan Poole, if he's in or out, that's going to change how we look at the Warriors because they were pretty short-handed yesterday, had like 8 bodies. But Brandon Ingram at 7,900 is at home here against his former team. He played well against them in Los Angeles. He's been playing well the last couple games. It's just a good spot for him. The Pelicans are making that push for the 8th seed, so they're really in the go mode right now, full go. And Redick is out for this game, so it might be a couple more shots to go around for the team, a couple more minutes for maybe Brandon Ingram. I think he's going to play quite a bit tonight, and he's been so good all year so that I feel fine paying him, especially playing him at point guard. It just makes your lineup look a lot better, in my opinion. Over at shooting guard, it's definitely going to be Wiggins. If they're missing some players, he's going to play quite a bit. It's a great spot for him. His price tag is up to 76, but I think that's viable against one of the worst teams in the league in terms of defensively. I know they've been a little bit better as of late, but looking at the entire year sample, the Wizards play fast, and they haven't played much defense. I definitely do like Damian Lee. I think at 56, he gives you a nice discount compared to Wiggins. His minutes should still be pretty high tonight. Played 37 last night, and he's only 5,600. I think he's been pretty solid over the past couple weeks, starting, getting good minutes, and we'll have probably more ball handling responsibilities if Poole is out as well, because they really don't have any point guards, and if Draymond is out as well, then they're really out of point guards. But I think Damian Lee looks pretty good. If Van Fleet's out, then Powell is definitely viable at 51. And I think Svi at 3,600 is probably a decent value play. Played 30 minutes. I know they're probably going to give him more run. He missed some time, so he was a little bit limited in the minutes. Got 15, 17, 18. It's kind of weird how they only played him a few minutes, but I think they're going to try to give him more minutes as the season winds down just to see what they got in the kid. He's been playing all right. He's just a shooter. He's been shooting the ball good from 3, over 40%. Good spot here against the Kings, and I think it's only at 3,600. If he does get 30 minutes again, with the lack of value on the slate right now, he would be viable. But really, I think Lee looks good at 5,600. Small forward, LeBron looks amazing at 10-9, but Davis is $1,000 cheaper on DraftKings. I would prioritize probably Anthony Davis compared to LeBron. Talked about Wiggins, I think he's fine. Even if Draymond's in, I think 68 is a pretty appropriate price tag for him. You don't know the minutes that he's going to get, and he just hasn't been playing that well, and there's no reason to push him a ton. I don't really think he's that good of a play on DraftKings. I think probably we'll spend down here. If Draymond does sit, then Pascal would be in play at 5,200. But there's not a lot at this position right now. If Millsap rests or if he sits with his knee injury, then Michael Porter would be a lot would be a very appealing value play at 3,700. But assuming that Millsap is in, then I think Svi is good. But if Millsap's out, then probably would go from Svi to Michael Porter. Power forward is definitely Anthony Davis at 99. They're just daring you to play him at this price tag. Don't know why he's under 10K. It was a back-to-back for them. They got beat up by the Memphis Grizzlies on the road, so just another reminder of how anything can happen in the NBA. But I think at 99 facing off against the Pelicans, he has been amazing against them pretty much all year. Last time put up just 57.5, not great, but it was still fine at his price point. And he shot 6 of 21, so I don't think that's going to happen again here in the spot. And he's facing them in New Orleans, so hopefully we're expecting a very close and competitive game. And I would say that not that much looks that appealing here. Jeremy Grant looks really good. I would definitely have some Jeremy Grant if Millsap is out. Even if Millsap's in, he's been playing well and deserves some consideration. And then Christian Wood, the Pistons are also dealing with injuries. Christian Wood is questionable, as is Don Maker, so that would open up minutes for the other guy if one of them is to sit, and John Henson will get some more run. But Davis looks great, 99. Over at center here, it's probably Christian Wood if he's in. I like him a lot at 75. I think Zion is great at 78. If Ibaka's in, 63, that looks pretty good. And then I think Chris looks fine here as well at 5,500. It's a fine matchup against Washington. Kevon Looney is he's not like questionable or anything right now, but I don't think he really plays back-to-backs. I think they could rest him on a back-to-back here. So if he does indeed sit, then Chris will get more run at center, and his minutes will be even more solidified. And then at forward, Zion is only 7,800 on Draftkings. I think I definitely want to have exposure to this game. Getting Ingram, Davis, and Zion is a pretty good way to get some exposure. Should be probably the best game of the night to stack and target. Both teams will put up a lot of points, and the Pelicans been playing very good basketball and scoring a lot. So I think Zion at 78, assuming that he can get up to 33 minutes, looks pretty good. And over on Fanduel here at point guard, it's a pretty different story on Fanduel. They have priced some prices differently. Lowry, if Van Fleet's out, looks good. Have to see if Fox can play at 7,200. But I really like Jamal Murray at just 6,600. And Derrick Rose is pretty appropriately priced at 6,000. But right now at home, Jamal Murray has played better at home throughout the course of his career. And he's only 6,600. We know the upside that he has. He's playing 33, 35 minutes here. Been pretty consistent. The team got blown out against the Clippers, who are turning into one of the best defensive teams in the league. So not going to be targeting against the Clippers very often when they're all healthy, because that is tough to face off against Beverly, Kawhi, even Morris is a great defender, and George. A shooting guard, I would say that Damian Lee looks like the same amount as much as I like him on DraftKings. I like him on FanDuel at 5,800. Norman Powell would look great if Van Fleet is to miss, and I hope he does, because I do want to play some Powell at 4,800. But really, Damian Lee's a pretty good value. You need two shooting guards. He's going to get good minutes tonight. He's been pretty consistent at 5,800 against Washington. That looks pretty good. Small forward, it's LeBron. It's Brandon Ingram. Would even consider Siakam if Ibaka and Van Fleet are out. And if I had to rank the top four, it would be probably LeBron, Ingram, Wiggins, Siakam. And if there's not a lot, you're probably going to be paying up at this position at small forward on FanDuel, because if you get under 5,000, there's not that much that looks good at all. So definitely want to get up here at this position. I think Ingram looks good at 8,000. Power forward, it's Anthony Davis at 10.7, looks fine. You also have Zion at 8,000, looks pretty good. And you have Christian Wood if he plays. I like that at 7,600. And then you also have some cheap plays at power forward that are all viable. Grant, Bielitsa, Hachimura, even Giles. They all look good. So I think probably we'll spend down for one of those four and then probably pay up for one of these top three guys. right now, I think Hachi or probably Bielitsa, just because the minutes are there for him. Going to get probably over 30 minutes. Fox is questionable. If he's out, then open up a little bit more usage. We know that the upside that Bielitsa has, so I like him at 48. But if Millsap's out, then definitely will turn into Jeremy Grant. But I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter as things change. And then at center here, there's not a lot at this position. There's really like 2 or 3 guys to consider. The Joker at the top, but I don't think I will have him just because I want to pay up at other spots. Definitely like Chris at 6,000. And then if Christian Wood is to rest, then, or Christian Wood is to sit, then Thon Maker would be in play at 43. Problem is that he's also questionable. So if he's out and Christian Wood's out, then I would go John Henson at 4,200. And I think Chris right now is just the guy that I plug in because I don't know what else to do at this position because I'm definitely not going to be putting 95 for Jokic right now. I think he's viable, but still not the best game to target. And then you really don't have any other options with all these question marks. So that's what I'm looking at for you right now on Sunday. I'll keep you guys updated as things change on Twitter. You can drop a like before you head out, and good luck today.